Hello everyone. Thank you for joining me today for this Beltane celebration. It is April 27th, 2021, and we are here today for a Reiki channeling session in honor of the pagan holiday Beltane. That's just a few days away. So now's the time to really honor that sacred union of divine masculine and feminine. That is the energies coming in right now. So today we're here to do a Reiki healing session for the collective. The energy around Beltane really represents the sacred union and merging of the divine masculine and feminine. It's this fiery energy of creation and rebirth, fertility and sexuality and passion. It's also time to honor and celebrate the light, the love, and life, to honor fire, protection, abundance, and the atmosphere right now, the energy is primed for change. That's one message and theme I've been getting over and over again the past few days, weeks, is a big change about to come and switch things up. I mean, we're all feeling it in the energy right now. The energy is really full of renewal as we're heading towards this summer solstice. So I'm going to light some sage right now. I invite you to join me, get comfortable, light some candles, incense, get some ice water. I have some amazing black opium incense that I'm also burning from India, which I love. It is amazing. And I also have my new crystal that I just got. It's a blue quartz point, and it has that rainbow aura to it. It's beautiful. So I have that right here. And I'm going to spray some of my plasma healing spray in the air to clean the air and set the intention. First thing I really want to do is my inbound prayer to protect the space, to put a protective bubble around all participating today. Anybody who wishes to tap into this energy today, all you have to do is be open to receive. You can receive the healing from this Reiki energy anytime, as many times as you listen to this video, you will benefit. But right now, we're really focusing on honoring these Beltane energies. This blossoming, this green, fertile, lush. Beltane is also called May Day, where we honor the maypole, the male phallic symbol representing this fertility, this new life, abundance. So I want to begin with my inbound prayer. So blessed be on this afternoon of euphoric destiny. I'd like to cast a bubble of white protective light around us today, myself, and all who are participating. Only the light may be here. All else must go. I'd like to call in my guides to join us today. I'd like to call in all higher galactic counterparts who would like to connect and assist me with this healing today. I'm calling my higher self and the higher selves of others who wish to participate. I call in my past selves, future selves, parallel selves, and the ancestors. And right now I'd really like you to take a moment to consider consciously calling in any beings that you would like to be here assisting today. Any loved ones, any angels, guardians, even your higher self. Just really tap into anybody. Or if there's nobody, that's totally fine. You can just be with yourself. I call in the deceased loved ones, elemental spirits, fairies, and any other earthly deities who wish to assist in this healing with love. I call in the angels, archangels, and ascended masters to watch over and guide and assist us today. Please deliver me any messages that need to come through now for humanity during this time of healing and clarity for the collective and Mother Gaia. So please allow me to tap in to the consciousness of the people who'll be watching this video and deliver any messages to them that may be important. I'm choosing to cleanse myself and release any and all negative thought forms or energies which may be present. Please allow us the support in releasing all energies that are no longer serving us for the highest good. Dissolve any outdated contracts or lingering negative energies permeating the collective, and provide support in our collective healing and understanding. All negative energies or unseen influences or thought forms must go in love. We wish you love and open up a pathway of light for all those who wish to enter. Allow what is for the good of all to transcend this third density. This body is of the light, all else must go. I call to my higher self to surround this home with love and light and not allow any negative unseen forces entry. Please provide us today with the utmost love and protection so we can create a space of love and healing for all. I call to you, Creator, protect us with your armor of light and love. Support us in doing the work of the light. I release any outdated thinking or blockages which are holding me back from my happiness or my development. Surround us in a ball of light. I ask all beings in resonance with love and light to please assist us today and provide love, support, guidance, and wisdom with whatever needs to be heard. To our higher selves, may we release any psychic bonds or cords which are draining our love light energies from our energetic bodies. Place a shield up and seal all blockages capable of creating leakages. Please allow the highest potential healing today to be received by all who are open to it in the highest form of light and love possible. I choose to remember and experience and know that I am sovereign, I am free, I am unity, I am love. Blessed they are, so may it be. And so it is, so mote it be. Okay, I'm going to tap in now, and I'm going to connect and begin sending the Reiki. So Reiki can be sent through long distances and through space and time. So that is how you're able to receive the benefit of the energetic healing, the vibration coming through the speakers right now, through a video that you can replay as many times as you want. Because I'm setting the intention, I'm sending the energy, and you are open to receive and accept the energy, so you will benefit from that energy in whichever way will be to your highest development, your highest good. So making the connection now. Again, this is a Divine Reiki Healing Collective channeling session for the collective, focusing around the pagan celebration of Beltane. This is the energy that's leading us from spring to summer. It's really ramping up right now. You may be feeling your energies aligning with that natural force. The healing and messages today are directed for all those who are open to it. Anyone who needs additional support, whoever is open and ready to receive this influx of energy, healing, and insight will be sent. So all you have to do is just lay back, relax, and be open to accepting whatever comes through today. Everyone participating today is contributing to the love and realignment of the collective. We're sending our love and support to the planet, and we wish to infuse our love into the soil below our feet, as well as with each other. So in a few days it will be Beltane, and I wanted to get this video out a few days before so people could have a chance to listen to it and absorb it and align with the energies as we flow into it. And then the energies a few days after Beltane will still be in that energy. So this is really celebrating the movement from spring to summer. We're halfway between Ostara and the summer solstice. The days are growing longer. The sun is waxing. We're seeing flowers begin to bloom and life is growing. This is a really great time to thrive and grow. There's a huge influx of this renewal energy and optimism. I think we're seeing it on the micro and the macro scale. So we're seeing it in nature, and then it's a sort of funneling down into our everyday lives on the global scale, political scale, but also as individuals. So again, this is a really great time to manifest any projects that you've been working on that you would like to see a lot of advancement in. I would focus on those areas in the next few weeks. Fire is a big symbol. A Beltane typical celebration involves a bonfire, celebrations outdoors, dancing, drinking around the fire. People like to take advantage of the extra daylight, and it's a great time to do that. The weather's getting nicer. It's a time to sing and dance with your friends, and the belief while doing so, you're conjuring and channeling all that energy and the high vibration. You do so with the belief to invite in growth, whether that be with projects, your personal growth, spiritual growth, any goals you've set for yourself physically, if you're trying to call in fertility, any other springtime blessings of new renewal, a new start, luck, good fortune, whatever you want to focus on. This is a time when the veil is thin, similar to the way it is around Samhain or Halloween. It's the opposite position on the wheel of the year, so we're going to be experiencing the same, ghosts, apparitions, connecting with deceased loved ones. The veil is very thin right now. We may see things at the corner of our eye that we wouldn't normally see, and it's due to this time of year. So people give a lot of credence to Halloween and Samhain as being the time where the veil is thin, but it is equally the same right now. It's just a different vibe. So we're moving into Taurus season, which is an earth sign. So this is a good time to be out in nature and connect. And we're really starting to see the first signs of summer. The energies are building. So it's a perfect time to ground. We are currently under a full moon in Scorpio, so the energy is going to be increasingly intense because of that as well. I personally am Scorpio rising, so yeah, so conflicts may arise. It could be to expose problems though, so maybe things are getting intense, but that is probably for the best. Everyone involved, because it's going to expose issues that were sort of festering. And this is a good opportunity to heal. These things will come up to help us heal. So just try to look at it that way if this is something that you're experiencing. So we're seeing the lush green abundance, this energy, cultivation, this energy of impregnation. Life-creating energies are abundant right now. So that's why you see the symbolism of the maypole, and it's all about this divine masculine-feminine union, which then creates life. And this passion, this fiery attraction, the spark, which then is capable of creation. It's really celebrating the lushness of the masculine and connecting with the feminine. So we're seeing a lot of animals getting pregnant right now. We're seeing a lot of animals leave the earth and cross over. It's just a time of renewal. New wave of life entering the planet. So it's really just this magical time for creation and abundance. I would really try to focus on what it is that you want to harvest towards the end of the year. And then we can go back and gauge how far we've come in the fall. So if you have issues with goal setting, aligning your goal setting to the seasons is a really great idea, because as you watch the leaves change, you can gauge your progress with whether it's like losing weight or starting your own business, writing a book, or any spiritual, anything like that, any relationships you want to improve, any goals you want to set for yourself. Try to think of something now that you feel confident that you could make some major progress with this year. Or even breaking a habit, advancing at work, anything like that. So I just bought a bunch of organic seeds, and I'm beginning the planning phase of my garden. I can't plant it yet because it could snow again, for all I know. So if you're in a position where you can begin planting your garden, that would be something great, which would also align with these energies. And as you watch your plants grow, you can align it with your own personal goals and sort of watch what manifests and cultivate it, and aligning different areas of your life so that they're flowing together and it's all flowing with nature. You won't experience as much resistance in watching progress develop, I've noticed with myself. So I like to try to align myself with the flow of nature. It just seems the most natural way to be. So go out, buy all the tools you need for your garden, or if you're going to do like new flowers or new herbs or a tree, maybe, look into like a new exciting tree. You could get like a peach tree or, avocado plant or something. And even if you can't commit to having a full garden right now, even just like a plant, it's just a really good time to connect with nature and then reap the energetic benefits that come with that. And then go walk around in your garden and appreciate the flowers that have come up and really honor them and try to tune into them. Bring some in and put them in a vase in your house even. And if you don't have a garden, another thing would be to think of an activity, a trip, or a project that you can work on. Maybe it's like a master painting you've always wanted to do, but you've never gotten to it, even if it's just something for you. Now's a really great time to just start some project that you've always wanted to do, but you never have. And things might start getting a little crazy around us, even more crazy, or just continue to be crazy. So, maintaining a grounding practice daily and really tapping into this Taurus earthy energy right now in the earth, that's going to allow you to stay centered and unbothered during these really crazy turbulent energies right now. So I was looking into some pagan traditions for Beltane, and I found one that was really interesting. I just wanted to share really quickly. So on the morning of Beltane, you go out in your backyard and you find the morning dew growing on the grass. There is a pagan belief that the morning dew on Beltane has magical properties. So young maidens would roll in it for fertility because they believed it brought them good luck and fortune. People would rub it on their face for beauty, youth, rejuvenation, healing. So I'm going to try it. I think I'm going to go out early on Beltane and rub some dew over my face and just sort of tap into that frisky young energy, and who knows, maybe it will rejuvenate me. So I want to jump into beginning to do some actual Reiki on the chakras, which I like to do. And then after that, I'm going to talk about Beltane some more probably. Okay, so that's the main goal of this video today, is to provide a Reiki healing, and I like to go through all the chakras and release blockages. So it's really important that we recognize where we might be storing trauma and where we might be holding that energetically in the body. If you feel certain pulls in any areas, it's just try to focus on them and release them. So I'm going to send healing to each chakra right now. You just need to be open to receive the healing. Drink a lot of ice water after this session. And just take it easy. You may have things come up for you emotionally, physically, a purging process of some sort. That's totally normal. That's just basically clearing out the bad energy to make room for the good. So, once again, I want to invite you to just kick back, relax, and enjoy this. I'm going to light some more sage really quickly. I invite you to do the same if you'd like. Sage really cleanses the air, the energy. Okay. So today I'm going to do things a little different. I have my tuning forks. And I have a tuning fork that is tuned to the frequency of optimal healing for each chakra. So as I go through the chakras, I'm going to work with these tuning forks for sound healing. So let's begin tapping in with the root. It's at the very bottom of our spine. I am sending healing now to this area. This is the chakra really based around our feelings of security, having all the food, shelter we need. So to align with the energies of Beltane, I'd like to send healing towards things that are just now growing. Food we may be growing. This is our security and sustenance. I'd like to send love and prayers towards a bountiful harvest in every aspect of your life. And now is the time to cultivate the seed that we've planted. So let's really take a few moments and focus on that energy, cultivating it in the bottom of your spine, thinking about the seeds that you're planting for this year, even the next 6 months. Really feel the vibrations of the sound healing and the tone. Allow it to relax you. Allow it to heal you and let go of what you need to let go of. And then focus on pushing the energy upwards, sending it towards the womb area. Or if you're a man, the lower belly. We do want to send love towards the womb, or male or female if we have any issues or trauma in that area. It may be coming up for the collective right now. A lot of people may be trying to get pregnant. If you're having issues there, let's focus on radiating the healing there, cleaning out any blockages, energy, belief systems that are holding you back. We want lots of love and worship energy sent to this area. So visualize the energy being pulled up from your root into your sacral. Visualize abundance, pleasure, all of that energy connecting in and boosting other areas of your life. Because when we're fulfilled in this area, it seems that other areas of our life benefit. So really orange, warm glow feeling in the lower belly. Letting go of everything that no longer serves you. And then let's pull the energy up into our belly, behind our belly button, in the center of our body, into the solar plexus. And this area is really about manifesting, how we interact. There's this cultivation energy around this chakra. We really want to jump on the momentum that we're seeing right now, like the energy right now. And any projects you've been putting off all winter, get outside. Work in the garden, work on, dedicate a little bit of your time on the weekends to clean, do some spring cleaning, getting rid of the old, or, little other projects you've been putting off around the house. Even if you can just tick one thing off the list. Create something beautiful for you to enjoy. Work on a home project for your space you've been wanting to do. It will bring you joy when it's done. And yeah, we're getting that extra daylight, so if there's anything outside, you want to build a new deck, something like that, this is a great time to just get a leg up with that energy. Envision the energy coming up from your root into your sacral, up into your solar plexus, Pull it upwards, up, up, up. Releasing all unknown energetic blockages on the way. Tune your vibration higher and higher. And pull this energy now up into your heart. Focus on connecting your heart into the deep, lush green energy of nature we are seeing bloom all around us. The energy is heightened right now. So if you're spending time out in nature, if you see a flower or bird, send your love and appreciation to it and stay in that energy. Just really admire it. Admire its beauty and try to stay in that energy. Thank the animals and the plants in your backyard for being in our life and adding to its beauty. It's really all about appreciating this beautiful abundance that we're witnessing grow out of what was death. So pull that energy up into your heart. Envision green, glowing light within your chest. Feel the warmth of it. Healing any recent heartbreak or trauma that's been held in this area. The green of this chakra really is tied to the beautiful green that we see in nature, the grass and the trees. And let's just take a minute and focus on this energy and absorb the healing in here. And then we're going to pull the energy up even more into our throat. We're going to blast out all the blockages there. We want to vocalize the things that we've been working on, our accomplishments that we've made, and vocalize the celebration of our successes in the last 6 months. This is about not being afraid to express yourself. So share your stories, reach out to old friends you've maybe been dreaming about lately. I know that I have. I've been having dreams about old friends. If you feel connected to them, reach out, vocalize the things that you need help with, the things that you need to do. Because when you say out loud your intention, it really helps solidify them into 3D and hold yourself accountable. So a lot of people may be holding back things that they want to say right now. And maybe that is for the best, but let's remove the trauma and the negative energy that's being held in this area by not speaking our truth, now or in the past. We have this beautiful full moon energy that we can bounce off of. You can ground your energy into the earth and then connect in with the moon and pull in the rejuvenating light of the moon. Working with natural energies, you will see the most results. In your meditation, in your magic, in your ritual, any spiritual endeavors, any out of body, thing like that, deep meditation, lucid dreaming, astral projections. Full moon is always the greatest time to develop those skills. And don't be afraid to vocalize it, to talk about what you've been working on to your friends or family. A lot of people are cut off right now. Their communication is being cut off through no fault of their own. So really making an effort to stay connected and to keep speaking our truth, even if it feels like we can't. That's all an illusion. We can always speak. We just need to not be afraid. And we need to believe that what we say is worthy of people listening to it. So let's send one final blast of healing here to the throat. And then visualize pulling it up into your forehead, right between your eyes and the center of your brain, to your third eye, your pineal gland. And the energy I'm really feeling around this is to match the third eye energy with this theme of optimism and creativity that we're seeing in the collective right now. So if we can really jump on that wave energetically and envision what we feel coming, we can be in that energy and call it in and be able to receive it. So the veil is thin right now, as I said, so this is a really great time to work on connecting into the other side if mediumship interests you. If you want to feel a connection to a past loved one, I don't know why I'm feeling someone listening today has recently lost someone. So now is a really great time to tune into that and go into meditation and try to speak to them. Clear your mind of all expectations and see if anything comes through. They will come through like original thought. And you know it may feel at first like it's you making these things up, but you know it's not when things come through that surprise you or things come through that you hadn't thought of. It can't be original thought then. Or even a pet who was crossed over recently. You can connect to them as well. They're actually easier to connect to than humans. Let's focus on this area between our eyes, willing it to open multidimensionally, willing us to have second sight, decalcifying it, freeing our mind. Free your mind and the rest will follow. So push that energy up to the top of your head, and out through your head to your crown chakra. Feel the energy exploding through the top of your head. Align that crown energy with the natural energies that we're experiencing right now. It's a great time for stargazing. If you're lucky like me, you can see the stars from where you are laying in bed out your windows. We can also activate our crown chakra during any sex magic, especially the time of Beltane. That is one way that they like to celebrate. They like to have raunchy orgies, celebrate, honor the fertility the union of the masculine and feminine, and part of that is sex magic, merging energies to cultivate and create. The merging of the masculine and feminine right now should be honored. And with that Taurus energy that's more grounded and earthy, it's a great time to work on balancing the energy between you and your partner. You can pull it in and tap into the earth and do clearings. You can center, come back down to your body for a good balance if you've been doing a lot of meditations lately. It's always important if we're doing a lot of meditation to make sure we're grounding. And this is a great time to work through physical, emotional issues or blockages you're having with your partner. You can both ground. You can both celebrate and sex magic together to cultivate that sort of loving, harmonious bond. Clearing the crown chakra really can happen when we pray, when we meditate, when we tap into a higher power, when we tap into the energy of the earth. Right now we're witnessing the return of the sun, so a really great ritual to focus on is just prayer with a focused intent. Prayer to the sun to call in growth, to match your energy with the energy of the returning sun. You can, if you're going to have a Beltane bonfire that you're celebrating, you can do an invocation of the masculine energies through the fire. You can do a prayer of protection for Gaia, for the plants and animals, the children. You can pray to the fairies to protect and nourish the gardens. You just have to open and connect and ask. So with that sex magic, it's really a communion with the divine. We don't even necessarily need a goal or focus. We can just channel and cultivate energy. You can do it solo even, or with a partner, or with a group. If you have a goal, you can focus that energy and then direct it at the goal. Or you can just do it as a way to balance your own energies. It's really a sacred honoring. A lot of religions have warped sexuality to be something bad. And that was their way of severing our connection to ourselves and to nature. There's really this promiscuous energy right now in the air, ready to have fun, frisky, shaking up the energy. In a non-sexual way, laughing is an effort to sort of wake up the earth and build up the energies. If we have people over, our friends, for a bonfire and a celebration and drinks and a feast and honoring each other, it's sort of this rambunctious energy, this laughter, and that laughter symbolizes the earth waking up and the energies building. So one last time, focus on this Kundalini rising from the bottom of your spine, your root, all the way up your spine, through the top of your head, out into the cosmos and connect your root down into the earth. Envision roots growing out from under you, growing into the soil, absorbing the nutrients of the earth, both a connection from both top and bottom, healing any wounds, assisting to heal any wounds or traumas, any physical pain, mental, emotional, spiritual. If you're ready to release it now. Your guides will be here to assist you with this. They will take that energy away. You just have to agree to let it go. You may feel like stretching after this. Again, I recommend ice water. So things are really coming up to the surface for us for one final clean out. There may be things you thought you were over and they're coming back into your reality yet again. Well, right now it's your chance to prove that you learned your lesson and you'll make the right decision this time. Think and react the correct way to show the universe that you have changed and you won't make the same mistakes and that you've grown and that you don't need this lesson anymore. And you may notice if things are coming up for you that they don't have the same hold on you as it used to. And that shows that you've healed and you've grown. So really this energy is about honoring this creative, abundant cultivation. But there's always going to be the aspect of letting go of the old around springtime, cleaning out the old, and bringing in the new. So the more that we can clean out now, the more as we move into the summer solstice, we'll be able to pull in this new energy and really benefit and experience just lush abundance for the peak moment of summer and sunshine and light. Now is a great time to decorate your house to celebrate that. Or if you have an altar or even yourself, bring in yellow flowers. I have a bunch of yellow flowers in my backyard I actually just cut and brought in. This symbolizes the fire and the sun energy, which is this like raunchy, loud energy. Again, celebrate with family, loved ones. Have outdoor picnics with the fairies. Enjoy a feast with your loved ones and celebrate with wine. If you bless the wine, it's really a sacred honoring of the wine, not abusing it to try to hide up our pain or cover it, but honoring however you feel called to celebrate this Beltane. I hope you have an amazing one. So, a couple other themes quickly. Now is a great time for marriage or unions. People coming together. The energy for just being in nature, like I said, but going on nature walks or hikes. And I think we just had Earth Day and Green Up Day. So picking up trash right now as all the snow's gone. If you see trash, pick it up. I saw some woman out of the goodness of her heart going around the other day picking up trash and restored my faith in humanity a little bit. So lemon, mint, pine, willow, daisy, lily of the valley, rose, violet, emerald, rose quartz, copper, bees, frogs, doves, jasmine, frankincense, honey, lemonade, and wine. That is the vibe. So really take a couple deep breaths now and pull in this Reiki healing and really honor your energetic body right now. Allow yourself to take it in. And I would like to pull a couple oracle cards, as I do at the end of these sessions, to really highlight any other aspects that need to come through right now for any of my listeners or the collective, any themes, any problems that we need to focus on. We'll see what comes up. Okay. This card keeps popping out, so I'm going to go with this one, which I currently am looking at my Osho deck, and I pulled the Master card. Let's see what we have. So this is the last of the major arcana in this deck. So beyond the mind, there's an awareness that is intrinsic. It's not given to you by the outside, and it's not an idea. There's no experiment up to now that has found any center in the brain which corresponds to awareness. The whole work of meditation is to make you aware of all that mind and disidentify yourself from it. That very separation is the greatest revolution that can happen to man. And I truly feel that. I feel we're too much in the mind. We need to be more in the heart. Now you can do an act on only that which makes you more joyous, fulfills you, gives you contentment, makes your life a work of art or beauty. But this is possible only if the master in you is awake. Right now the master is fast asleep, and the mind, the servant, is playing the role of the master. And the servant is not even your servant. The servant is created by outside world. It follows the outside world and its laws. Once your awareness becomes a flame, it burns up the whole slavery that the mind has created. There's no blissfulness more precious than freedom, than being a master of your own destiny. So I feel these global illusions that we're all under right now, when we break out of the fear that is in the mind and we start living in the heart, a lot of fear and stress and anxiety goes away. The master in Zen is not a master over others, but a master of himself. His every gesture and his every word reflect his enlightened state. He has no private goals, no desire that anything should be other than the way it is. His disciplines gather around him, not to follow, but to soak up his presence and be inspired by his example. That's true. People will look at your disciplines and look at you and want to emanate you. It's living by example. In his eyes, they find their own truth reflected, and in his silence, they fall more easily into the silence of their own beings. The master welcomes the disciples not because he wants to lead them, but because he has so much to share. So other people, you're not trying to control them or change them. You're trying to enrich them by being the example and not forcing anything on anybody. Living in your truth and radiating that out, you're going to influence people. Together, they create an energy field that supports each unique individual in finding his or her own light. If you can find such a master, you're blessed. If you cannot, keep on searching. Learn from the teachers and the would-be masters and move on. Keep Keep on moving, said Buddha. So I feel like it's really emphasizing, this card is really emphasizing the importance of staying grounded right now through craziness and being like the duck whose the water rolls off of its back, you know? If you're unshakable, you cannot be shaken. You can't. It's easier said than done, but it's something to work on. It's something that we can consciously focus on, trying to be better about. Okay, so I am going to do another card from a different deck. This is my Starseed Oracle deck. This is really big picture themes, ideas. Okay, I have two. I have two for this one. So the first card that I pulled is Big Picture Thinking, it's called. It says Pleiades energy, visionary, inspired ideas. So already that feels in alignment with this Beltane energy. So the Pleiadians are our cosmic cousins. They're here to remind us that it's never too late to learn new things and change the future. We're being called to be a visionary for the planet, to take a breath, shake off what we've been taught about the world, and hold a new vision for humanity. So this really goes along with the last card, where it's saying to take the veil off of our eyes and stop living in the mind, and go with our heart and stop believing the illusion that's around us, the fear. You're likely a natural big picture thinker, here to generate ideas for the future, here to bring a new age and dream a new world into being. The future will be woven by dream makers like you, by those with enough courage to question the way things have been and envision new possibilities for the planet. The world needs more artists, dreamers, inventors, and visionary thinkers. Perhaps you've had an idea recently that you're being called to usher in. If so, this card is your confirmation that it's divinely guided. So that goes along with I was saying before, with like, you have a project that you feel you've been putting off, you've always wanted to do it now. Do it this weekend. The Pleiades support us in this important stage in Earth's development. They want us to know that the decisions we make today will affect the well-being of our planet and all of its species. Yeah, think about what you're doing, how that's going to affect your grandchildren in a big picture. How you're living, you know, what tone and example are you setting? They're calling on you to be a leader of the future, to hold a clear vision of what's possible, to trust the vision and will it to follow through with your daily action, to dream a new world into being, to hold your mind open and try not to worry about what others will think, for it takes great courage to pave a new path, to trust a vision before it's a reality. So, yeah, like holding true in what you know to be true and not needing to see evidence of it to have a belief in something. It's why they call it faith. So how are you being called to step up and lead? What new ideas or creations are you being called to pursue? And I think this is something all of us need to ask ourselves. You know, are we being lazy? We need to better ourselves every chance that we have. Or at least that's how I feel. That's what I want to do. Okay, the next card from this deck I drew is called Surrender to the Sweetness. Venus energy, pleasure, joy, make love to life. So this is definitely going to go along with this lush energy that we're in right now. This spring-summer energy. So this is a sensual, highly feminine card. It's a call to surrender to the sweetness of life, to let the ever-abundant feminine take over, to taste the fruits you've been working so hard to grow, to let your senses take over and really drink in your life with wonder, to get intoxicated on the simple bounty that this planet has to offer and which you have within you when your well is full. So that just reminds me, and looking at the art on the card, it's beautiful, lush, green, people playing in this beautiful stream. That is the energy of Beltane, and playing around the fire, having a feast with your friends, being joyful, laughing. You know, a lot of us have been in lockdown for over a year. A lot of us have been very depressed, have had awful things happen to us. And I think it's time to say enough is enough. And we're going to let go of the fear and be ready to be happy and live our lives again. And this is a great time. This is great energy to jump on to do just that. So the ancient Babylonians connected the feminine goddess Ishtar to the planet Venus. And in Roman mythology, Venus was the goddess of love and beauty. In our night sky, aside from the moon, Venus shines the brightest. Time is our most precious resource, and it's the greatest healer. If you've been all work and no play, this is a sign to take some time out. To reconnect with your lover, play with your children, and give yourself the luxury of time without an agenda. Many of us are so busy building our lives that we forget to enjoy them. We forget why we decided to build them in the first place. Disconnection from the sweetness causes more pain than we realize. So many of us walk into soulless buildings 5 days a week in the name of survival. We strive to build the life of our dreams, but drive ourselves to exhaustion. This card is wooing you back to the pleasures of being human, to focusing on what really matters and enjoying your incredible life. That is so beautiful. I love this card. It's really just getting back in tune with your inner child, you know? How can you surrender to the sweetness of life? What's one way you can enjoy your life a little more? So even if you can't afford to go on a trip or anything crazy, taking some moments for yourself is really important. Because yeah, you don't want to get burned out, but it's more than that. You want to honor yourself. You know, this is you. If you don't love yourself and take care of yourself, you know, why should anybody else? Okay, finally, I'm going to pull one last card from the Divine Feminine. Because I had wanted to do that anyway, but then that last card definitely inspired me because of the feminine energies right now. And what do you know? Okay. Shekinah, the presence of the Divine Feminine. At the center of everything there is light, and I am that light. Well, if this doesn't go along with everything else, I don't know what does. It's funny how I will be doing a reading and have some theme that I'm sort of feeling for the whole thing, and messages coming through, and then every time the card I pull is always, I don't know how, it's always exact match to the energy that I was just talking about. It's so funny, and then they all always tie together too. Even when I do private readings. Which, if you're interested in a private reading, you can email me at BellaImelda@yahoo.com. And I charge $50 a session, and I do private sessions similar to this reading, but I will be tapping into your higher self and sending the Reiki, obviously, just to you. So if you have any questions or if you're interested, email me. Okay, Shekinah, who she is. The Shekinah represents the omnipresence and the immanence of the Divine Feminine. The word Shekinah in Hebrew means to settle, to inhabit, or to dwell. It represents an experience of the divine presence right here in the body and in the world. In Kabbalism, mystic Judaism, the Shekinah is the feminine aspect of God. And she's depicted as a piercing, radiant light. She is the experience of the presence of God within us as the soul of God. To the Kabbalist, honoring the feminine is of the utmost importance. This is why the red thread of protection is worn on the left wrist, which is the receiving feminine side of the body. In Kabbalistic teachings, the Shekinah is represented in the Tree of Life as the pillar of balance. She's the force that unites the opposites. She brings heaven to earth, and she unites the body and soul. Because of her, there can be a direct path of communion between humanity and divinity. Because of her, we can experience God right here in this moment, and right here in the body. When your soul selects her card, in the Zohar, the main sacred text in Kabbalah, the Shekinah is described as being a world within the world, as a bright radiance at the center of everything. All life on earth, all consciousness is a part of her light and is therefore sacred. The metaphysical theory of immanence is that the divine presence is manifested in the material world. So there isn't actually any matter, whether organic or inorganic, that isn't also a part of the divine. The Shekinah is light that inhabits your body, your cells, and is in the cells of all the people and objects you see around you. She is also pure experience. She is the message, the truth, that there is a light at the center of everything that happens to us, both the good and the bad. The Shekinah is the reminder that we are not just this body or this pain we might be going through or this confusing moment in our brief life. We are light. We are molecules of heaven in human form. And right now, we just know this. We can experience the light that we are. And that can be enough. That can be the miracle and the answer we actually need. Not words or meaning, but simply and more profoundly pure, radiant being. Wow. That really nailed it. That was a great way to close this reading. So, soul voice meditation. Enter the heart and repeat this mantra. I am light. See what images or words arise. Intention. At the center of everything there is light, and I am that light. I really liked that one. That was a great way to round this out. So the last thing I really want to leave everybody with is just 2 words that really go with the theme of all of this energy right now, and that is springs eternal. I really like this line because it's simple and it's such a good reminder. The idea that spring is the creation of a new. We're constantly evolving. We're constantly on our way to spring. Springs eternal. No matter where we are, we can always start over. We can always create anew. We don't need to be so hard on ourselves because we're always changing no matter what. We can never lose. It's set up so that we can always win. So even when it may feel like the darkest, there's always a spring right around the corner, and that's where we are right now. So do yourself a favor and allow yourself to release that trauma that you're holding onto that's coming up for you right now. Even if it's fear from the past year and whatever hardships you've been going through because of it. Life is about experiencing how beautiful life is. So that's what we want to focus on. So I really hope you enjoyed this session. I hope somebody out there got something out of this. I feel that I even did. I didn't know what cards I was going to pull. I didn't really know what was going to come through as I was, working on the chakras and everything. So I really want to thank all of the beings who participated in the higher realms that are here right now. Honor you. I want to thank all of my lovely listeners who participated today. Thank you for listening to my videos. And please like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet, and hit the bell so you get notified when I do more videos like this. I'm working on compiling an epic Reiki video, which will be more informational about, what Reiki is and how it works and everything like that. My experiences with it, at least. So keep an eye out for that. And I hope you enjoy this full moon. Go outside and stargaze. Connect in to nature. Connect in with your partner. Connect in with yourself. Be honest with yourself. Set a couple goals. Release a couple wounds. and all will be well. So thank you again. I love you all, and I will see you next time.